Sara Eckel, It's Not You, 27, Wrong Reasons You're Single. Dive into Sara Eckel's It's Not You, 27, Wrong Reasons You're Single, a thought-provoking exploration into the misconceptions around being single. This book summary challenges the notion that personal flaws and self-esteem issues are to blame for one's single status. Discover the research of psychologist John Gottman, who posits that the key to a successful relationship lies in finding someone who accepts you for who you are. Learn to overcome the feelings of shame and loneliness that are biologically wired into our brains, and explore the pros and cons of online dating. Uncover the genuine reasons behind failed relationships and the influence of societal expectations on our decisions.
Simplifying complex content. In her work, Sara Eckel has established a reputation for taking challenging concepts and making them accessible to a broad audience. By using a simple, engaging approach, she has become an expert at communicating difficult information to a range of people, from those in their 20s to those in their 40s. Through careful attention to language and style, she is able to connect with readers and quickly get them up to speed. Her ability to help people understand complex ideas has made her one of the most respected writers in her field. Embrace your imperfections. You don't need to fix yourself to find love, according to psychologist John Gottman. People should find partners who accept them for who they are, faults and all. Your personality doesn't have to match any ideal or change to meet a partner's standards. Low self-esteem individuals are just as lovable as those with high self-esteem. Humans are wired to feel lonely, and this feeling can trigger shame even if you live in a safe space. Instead of trying to fix yourself, acknowledge that loneliness is part of the human experience. Accepting yourself and your flaws can help ease these feelings. Finding happiness through acceptance. The author discusses the importance of accepting feelings of unhappiness and approaching them as an essential part of life. The idea that marriage leads to happiness is challenged with a reminder that there are happily single people. Online dating is presented as a viable option for finding a partner, with the advantage of allowing people to conduct more sincere conversations. A study by the University of Chicago supports the theory that couples who initially dated online have more lasting marriages. Single, confident, and ready. As a single, confident woman, your success may intimidate men and lead to difficulties in finding meaningful relationships. While confidence is great, it's important to slow down and create emotional connections. Being independent may also make men feel undervalued, so show appreciation for their contributions. Interestingly, successful and educated women now have a better chance of getting married, and those who postpone until their late 30s have a lower risk of divorce. So, don't fret if you haven't found the right person yet. Love and a successful career are no longer mutually exclusive. Dispelling the myths of needy women. According to dating experts, women who appear too desperate for marriage are often labeled as needy and desperate, which is off-putting. However, this label can be inaccurate and applied to women who are far from desperate. Dating experts suggest women act like someone they're not and hide their affection, but this advice is flawed. Being brave enough to express your true feelings and reveal your love, despite not knowing if the other person shares your feelings, can lead to a devoted relationship. Professor Brené Brown's research shows that healthy self-esteem includes embracing vulnerability as part of one's beauty. In conclusion, being confident in who you are, expressing your genuine feelings, and embracing your vulnerability are key to building a strong and healthy relationship, which should be the ultimate goal. Beware of the post-date chat. Sharing details of your date with friends can result in overlooking valuable lessons that could help you build promising relationships. Here's why. Dating can be quite a roller coaster, with its ups and downs that can leave one feeling exhausted and disappointed. Yet, there's one thing that many people do after a date: meet up with their friends to share how everything went. This is a time-honored tradition, but what if we told you that it might not be a good thing? In this day and age, it's easy to see why sharing details of a date with friends seems innocent. You want to unwind and tell someone all about it, especially if the other person is someone you trust. However, as much as this might seem like a great idea, it can also be detrimental. The danger of post-date talks is that they can distort your perspective of the date, making it challenging to pinpoint what went wrong or right. For instance, if you're used to complaining about how uninteresting your dates are, it becomes challenging to confess that you like someone who didn't reciprocate your feelings. To avoid appearing vulnerable, you might come up with excuses to justify why things didn't work out, thereby obscuring the real reasons. Also, sharing every detail of your date with friends means that they'll form an opinion. Even if it's unconscious, they'll project their thoughts onto your dating life and even affect future decisions. For instance, if you tell them about a guy who kept tapping his fork during dinner, they might label him annoying, forgetting that he had other great qualities. In summary, it's essential to avoid revealing too much information about your dating life to friends. Instead, rely on your own judgment and experience to make decisions that will help you find the right partner. The myth of long-term relationship. Contrary to common advice, experience in long-term relationships is not a prerequisite for a happy marriage. People of any age can find love and enjoy a fulfilling marriage. The focus should be on enjoying yourself and not obsessing over finding a partner. The pressure to marry often stems from the mistaken belief that marriage is the ultimate destination for happiness. However, life is ever-changing, and marriage is not a reward or a guarantee for a lifetime commitment. It is essential to approach relationships with an open mind and without unrealistic expectations. Trapped in negative thoughts. Being single can be tough, especially when negative thoughts take over. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi coined the term psychic entropy to describe this mindset, which makes it hard to focus on anything positive. Our brains tend to remember threats more than good times, which can lead to a constant stream of negative memories. This negativity can also be compounded by the negative opinions of others, who often view single people as irresponsible or immature. However, this stereotype is unfair and fails to acknowledge the positive qualities of single individuals. They are more likely to help friends and visit their parents. It's time to break free from the trap of negative thinking and embrace the positivity of being single. The many forms of love. Love is not restricted to romantic relationships but can be found in every aspect of our daily life. A human connection with a friend, family member, or stranger can be considered as an act of love. To experience this love, one can practice loving-kindness meditation by wishing happiness and freedom from suffering to oneself and others. By doing so, we can expand our circle of love and become more compassionate towards others. We often misunderstand happiness and believe that we need to follow the societal norms and imitate other people's way of life to be happy. However, being single or not in a romantic relationship does not indicate loneliness. We should appreciate the moments spent with the people we love as well as the privacy and solitude we get on our own.
In conclusion, Sara Eckel's book dismantles numerous misconceptions around being single, encouraging readers to embrace their individuality and seek partners who appreciate them for who they are. Rather than blaming oneself for personal flaws, it is essential to remember that everyone deserves love and connection. Emphasizing the importance of self-reliance and dismissing the societal pressure to conform to specific relationship expectations, Eckel encourages her readers to live their lives according to their values and unique desires. So, whether you are single or dating, remember to cherish your connections with friends and family, practice self-compassion, and find happiness both within and outside of romantic relationships.